There's a moment in life when I made the choice to move into a nursing home, thinking it was the safest option. But what I didn't realize were the hidden truths no one talks about. Truths that left me feeling isolated, unheard, and even less independent than before. If you or a loved one are considering this path, please hear me out first. Because today, I'm revealing 6 shocking truths about nursing homes that nobody warned me about. And by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge to make the best decision for your future. Let's get started. Truth number 1. You lose more than just your home. You lose control. When I first moved in, I thought I'd just be trading my house for a safer, simpler space. But what I didn't expect, the little things like being told when to eat, when to sleep, even when I could have visitors. It felt like I'd handed over the keys to my own life. One morning, I asked if I could have my coffee at 8:30 instead of 7 o'clock. The nurse sighed and said, "We have schedules for a reason." That's when it hit me. I wasn't just living somewhere new, I was living on their terms. And for someone who spent decades making their own choices, that loss of control, it chips away at your spirit. Now, I'm not saying all facilities are like this, but if independence matters to you, and I know it does, you need to ask questions. Can I keep my own routines? Do I have a say in my daily activities? Because once those choices are gone, they're hard to get back. Truth number 2. Loneliness doesn't disappear, it often gets worse. Here's something they don't put in the brochures. Nursing homes can be some of the loneliest places on earth. You might picture communal meals, game nights, and new friends. But the reality? Many residents are struggling with their own health. Families rarely visit as much as they promise, and staff are too overworked to sit and chat. I'll never forget the woman down the hall, Martha. She'd been there for 5 years, and her kids visited twice a year. She'd say, "I used to have a house full of grandkids. Now I eat dinner alone." And that's the heartbreaking truth. Unless your family is exceptionally committed, you might see them less, not more, once you move in. So before you decide, ask yourself, will I truly have companionship here? Or will I just be another name on a door? Because no amount of bingo nights replaces a loved one's hand holding yours. Now, these first 2 truths are just the beginning. Because next, we're going to talk about something even more unsettling. The hidden costs that can drain your savings, and the real reasons families often push for nursing homes in the first place. But we'll save that for the next part. For now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you or someone you know experienced this? Drop a comment below and let's talk. Friend, if there's one thing I want you to take away today, it's this: you deserve better than regret. Whether you're considering a nursing home or helping a parent decide, please keep watching, because what you don't know could change everything. Hit that like button if this resonated with you, and subscribe so you don't miss part 2, where we dive into the financial and emotional shocks no one prepares you for. Until then, remember, your golden years should be yours to control. Let's make sure they are. Let's be honest. When we first talked about nursing homes, you might have thought, well, at least it's safe. At least it's secure. And that's exactly what I believed too. Until I discovered the realities hiding behind those polished hallways and smiling brochures. In part 1, we talked about how quickly you can lose control of your daily life, and how loneliness often follows you right through those doors. But today, we're digging into 2 truths that hit even closer to home: your wallet and your family's real motivations. These are the things nobody says out loud, but once you hear them, you'll never look at nursing homes the same way again. Truth number 3, the costs never stop adding up, and they're not always honest. Here's something I wish I'd known. The price tag they quote you? That's just the beginning. Suddenly, there are fees for extra help with bathing, special meal plans, even premium activities that were supposedly included. Before I knew it, my life savings were disappearing faster than I could keep track. One month, I was charged $200 extra for physical therapy, except I never had a single session. When I asked, they said it was a billing error, but by then, the money was already gone. And I'm not alone. Countless seniors find themselves trapped in contracts with vague fine print, watching their hard-earned security vanish. So if you're considering this path, demand a full breakdown of costs in writing. Ask, what's not included? What hidden fees might pop up later? Because once you're in, it's much harder to fight back. Truth number 4. Families often push for nursing homes for the wrong reasons. This one hurts to say, but it's the truth. Sometimes, the people who love you most aren't thinking about your happiness. They're thinking about theirs. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Maybe they're afraid of you falling at home. Or maybe, and this is the hardest part, they just don't want the responsibility anymore. I'll never forget the day my son said, "Mom, it's for your own good." But what he meant was, it's easier for me. And once I was there, his visits became shorter and farther apart. That's the cruel irony. The very people who sent you away for safety often become the ones who leave you there. Now, I'm not saying every family does this, but if someone is pressuring you into a nursing home, ask yourself, is this really about me? Or is it about making their life simpler? Because you deserve more than just being taken care of. You deserve to be wanted. Might change everything, including the disturbing lack of personalized care and the one alternative that could save you from regret altogether. We'll cover those in the final part. But before we do, tell me in the comments, has money or family pressure played a role in your decisions? Your stories matter, and they might help someone else avoid the same mistakes. Friend, if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. The system isn't designed to protect you. It's designed to profit from you. But you do have power. The power to ask questions, to push back, and to choose a different path. Don't miss part 3, where we'll expose the final 2 truths and reveal how you can stay independent, respected, and truly cared for in your golden years. Hit like if this opened your eyes, and subscribe so you don't miss the conclusion. Because you deserve so much better than regret. There comes a moment, a breaking point, when you realize this isn't what they promised. For me, it happened at 2 a.m. when I pressed the call button for help and waited 47 minutes. 47 minutes, lying in pain, wondering if anyone would come at all. That's when I knew nursing homes aren't just about losing freedom or money. They're about something far more dangerous, losing your dignity. Today, we're facing the last 2 truths head-on. These aren't just warnings, they're wake-up calls. And by the end, I'll share the one alternative that saved me from complete despair. They call it a care plan, but here's the reality. You're not a person, you're a room number. Medications get mixed up, allergies get overlooked, and your unique needs? Buried under stacks of paperwork. I watched a sweet man named George beg for softer foods. He'd had throat surgery. But day after day, they brought him dry chicken and rice. Why? It's what the kitchen made. No adjustments, no compassion, just a system that values efficiency over humanity. If you take nothing else away, remember this. Always ask about staff-to-resident ratios. If they can't promise consistent caregivers who know you, walk away. You're not a checklist. You're a life. Truth number 6. There's always an alternative, and it's not what you think. Here's the truth they don't want you to know. Nursing homes are rarely the only option. They're just the easiest for everyone but you. After 2 years of misery, I discovered home care. Not the 24/7 nursing kind, but a revolutionary blend of technology and tailored help. With a medical alert system, weekly visits from a geriatric aide, and meal delivery from local seniors. Yes, that exists. I moved back home and thrived. My cost? Less than half of a nursing home. My happiness? Priceless. The secret? You stay in control. You choose your helpers. You keep your routines. And most importantly, you keep your pride. So, where does this leave us? With choices. Maybe a nursing home is right for some, but now you know the right questions to ask. Can I keep my daily rituals? What's your staff turnover rate? Show me the real cost breakdown in writing. But more than that, you now know there's another way. Maybe it's home care. Maybe it's moving in with family on your terms. Or maybe it's finding one of those amazing senior co-op communities where everyone looks out for each other. The point is, you have power. The power to demand better. The power to write a different story. And if a stubborn woman like me could claw her way back to independence, you can too. Now I want to hear your voice. Have you found creative ways to stay independent? Would you like me to dive deeper into home care options? Drop your stories below. they might light the path for someone else. And if this video gave you the courage to ask harder questions, hit like and subscribe. Together, let's redefine what golden years really means. Your life, your rules, always.